First on point is about viability of green crackers and whether they will reduce pollution this Diwali. On point 2 takes note of big fight taking place between Taliban and Pak soldiers on Duran line. On point 3 is on the violence unleashed by Hamas since the ceasefire. And now let's take a quick look at the headlines. BJP releases its second list of 12 candidates for Bihar Assembly poll. Singer Maithili Thakur to contest from Alinagar. Ex-IPS officer Anand Mishra fielded from Buxar. Tejashwi Yadav to contest Bihar Assembly polls from Raghopur files nomination papers in presence of Father Lalu Yadav and Mother Rabri Devi. Haryana IPS officer Puran Kumar cremated in Chandigarh after post-mortem. He receives the Guard of Honour with Haryana ministers and the acting DGP attending the last rites. Tensions flare outside Buxar jail as mob pelts stones at vehicles carrying the 5 accused in the Zubeen Garg death case, leaving several injured. India's first human space flight mission Gaganyaan on track for 2027 launch, says ISRO Chief V. Narayanan. No anti-Hindi bill. DMK denies claims that Tamil Nadu government is introducing a legislation to ban Hindi hoardings, movies and songs. Now the big story. The Supreme Court allowed limited sale and use of green firecrackers in Delhi and the NCR. The order follows multiple petitions seeking permission to manufacture and sell eco-friendly crackers during festive occasions. As it allowed green crackers for Diwali, the Supreme Court noted crackers were being smuggled into Delhi NCR and caused more harm than green firecrackers. The Delhi government has welcomed Supreme Court's nod, saying that Delhiites will be able to celebrate Diwali in the traditional way after years.
आज सुबह सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने अपना एक इंटरिम डिसीजन दिया है इन द एमसी मेहता मैटर, जिसमें ग्रीन क्रैकर्स की सेल अलाउ करी है दिल्ली एनसीआर में. इसमें कुछ रिस्ट्रिक्शंस भी हैं, क्योंकि टाइमिंग का रिस्ट्रिक्शन है. सुबह 6 से 7 बजे, शाम को 8 से 10 बजे, इस दौरान ही लोग क्रैकर्स यूज कर सकते हैं. जो ग्रीन क्रैकर्स हैं, इनमें एमिशन जो लेवल्स हैं वो बहुत कम होते हैं, जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने भी नोट किया. दीज आर ऑल नीरी सर्टिफाइड एंड अप्रूव्ड. और जो सेलर्स भी हैं, बिकॉज हमारे यहाँ एक ये प्रॉब्लम है कि बहुत सारे अनअप्रूव्ड सेलर्स भी हैं हु आर नॉट रेगुलेटेड अंडर लॉ. तो कोर्ट ने कहा है जो पैसो अप्रूव्ड एंड नीरी अप्रूव्ड सेलर्स हैं, मैन्युफैक्चरर्स हैं, सिर्फ वो ही अब इस इंडस्ट्री में ऑपरेट करेंगे और सिर्फ ग्रीन क्रैकर्स का ही सेल होगा.
दिल्ली के अंदर, एनसीआर के अंदर दीपावली के पावन पर्व पे एनसीआर को और दिल्ली को पटाखों से वंचित रखा जाता था. एक बहुत बड़ा विषय था. इस पे बहुत सवाल उठते थे कि एक ही धर्म के लोगों के ऊपर ऐसा अत्याचार क्यों किया जा रहा है. माननीय दिल्ली की मुख्यमंत्री रेखा गुप्ता जी ने माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट के पास अपना आग्रह भेजा दिल्ली की सरकार के रूप में, और ये बताया कि हम चाहते हैं कि दिल्ली के अंदर ग्रीन क्रैकर्स को अलाउ करना चाहिए. दीपावली के पावन पर्व पे ये पटाखे चलें और ग्रीन क्रैकर्स हों, जिससे पोल्यूशन भी कम हो और धर्म की आस्था का भी ध्यान रहे. ऐसी भावना दिल्ली की सरकार के माध्यम से माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट के आगे रखी गई. मैं इस ऑर्डर का स्वागत करता हूं जो माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने आज दिया है.
Let us decode what green crackers are. Green crackers are a low-emission alternative to conventional firecrackers, designed to reduce air pollution while still allowing festive celebrations. According to Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, National Environmental Engineering Research Institute, green crackers are made with reduction in size of shell and elimination of ash usage. They use additives like dust suppressants to reduce emissions, including particulate matter, sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide. Compared with conventional firecrackers, they can cut particulate matter by 20% and release of poisonous emissions by 10%. They generate sound within 110 to 125 decibels compared to conventional crackers, which can exceed 160 decibels. They do not contain hazardous elements like barium nitrate, arsenic, mercury, lithium and lead. Now one can identify green crackers by scanning the QR code with information on emissions testing report and other details including composition, license number and a logo of CSIR and NIRI. Question is as to how will the Supreme Court directive work on the ground. The Supreme Court has issued detailed guidelines to ensure strict implementation. Sale of green crackers to be allowed from October 18th to 20th only at designated locations. No crackers from outside Delhi-NCR can be sold here. Sale is limited to licensed traders. QR codes mandatory. Patrol team of police and pollution control boards will monitor compliance. Burning time decided, fixed 6 to 7 a.m. and 8 to 10 p.m. on Diwali and preceding 2 days. Sale via commerce or outside NCR strictly banned. CPCB and state boards to monitor air quality. Violators will face fines and license revocation. And Supreme Court to review compliance and air quality after 3 weeks. The debate over crackers raising pollution levels have been a recurring debate over the last years. In 2017, the Supreme Court banned the sale of firecrackers in Delhi for the first time. In 2018, the top court imposed a nationwide ban on crackers and allowed only green crackers. In 2019, it ruled that only green crackers will be allowed in Delhi for just 2 hours. In 20 and 21, the court imposed a complete ban of all kinds of firecrackers, but it was widely flouted. Between 22 and 24, the court ruled for a complete ban on all kinds of firecrackers, including online sales. It was still violated.
माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट का दिल्ली सरकार की ओर से बहुत धन्यवाद करती हूं कि उन्होंने हमारा निवेदन स्वीकार किया। करोड़ों लोगों की भावनाओं से जुड़ा हमारा ये दीपावली का महापर्व शायद इन पटाखों की स्वीकृति के बिना सूना रह जाता, हमारे बच्चे उदास हो जाते, परंतु आज आपने ये स्वीकृति दे करके हमें बहुत ही एक खुशी प्रदान की है और हम पर्यावरण और परंपरा को एक साथ चलाते हुए पूरी तरीके से सजग रहेंगे और पर्यावरण का ध्यान भी रखेंगे।
मैं सरकार से यही निवेदन करता हूं कि आप पुलिस तंत्र को एक्टिव करें और सही तरीके से एक कंट्रोल्ड तरीके से सुप्रीम कोर्ट के फैसले का जो है वो पालन किया जाए और लोगों को प्रदूषण से जो है बचाया जाए।
Green crackers may not really be a foolproof alternative to conventional crackers as they release harmful emissions. Experts have emphasized that the less polluting does not mean no pollution. During Diwali, PM 2.5 levels shoot up to 800 to 1,500% above WHO limits. Is a 30% reduction in emissions significant enough for Delhi-NCR residents? Less toxic does not necessarily mean it is safe. A 2022 study by Delhi Technological University found that the green crackers produce high concentration of ultrafine particles which are more dangerous than PM 2.5 and PM 10. The government must ensure fake or duplicate crackers are not passed off as green. Delhi has no testing facility to confirm if the firecrackers sold are genuinely green or not. The QR verification system introduced for the identification of fake products has also reportedly been cloned by unscrupulous sellers. On this conversation, I am joined by Dr. Sanjeev Agarwal, former Additional Director, Central Pollution Control Board. Thank you so much, sir, for joining me. Sharanjit Kaur, Deputy Program Manager, CSE. Bhavreen Kandari, Environmental Activist, and Sunil Dahiya, Founder and Lead Analyst in BioCatalyst. Thank you all of you for joining me. Let me straight away go to Sunil Dahiya first. Sunil, culture and health have come together, but do you think that the green crackers can actually pave the way for less polluting Diwali, or green crackers are pure oxymoron?
They are definitely a pure oxymoron. I don't understand what is green in these green crackers. If a diesel car emits 20% less pollution than earlier, will it be called green? definitely no. The same logic also applies to the firecrackers. The other very serious thing here is that because this has been legitimized and made legal, the quantum of these green crackers, so-called green crackers being burst will be way higher than last few years, and that will ultimately lead to high emission load during this festival time, which means that the air quality might be even worse than last few years. The only respite we have is Diwali this year is in October compared to end of October or November, which means favorable meteorological conditions. But this is what we have to wait and watch, whether the legalization of these green crackers will lead to higher air pollutions, and will the meteorology be able to dilute them to a level where we don't overshoot the last year's high pollution levels or not. This is all up to the meteorology right now, but one thing which we know for sure is that the health narrative, the air quality narrative has definitely taken a backseat today.
Okay, Sharanjeet Kaur, culture and health have got mixed up here, and culture is a very sensitive topic. And a lot of people say, when did the festival of light, diyon ka tyohar, patako ka kab ho gaya? But I'm keeping it aside. Today I'm just going to talk about the firecracker issue. Do you think that this is enough to prevent a choked Delhi on Diwali? Is this enough, or are we really missing woods for the trees?
So other than green crackers, there are many other factors that are contributing to the air pollution, that is farm fires and the vehicle transport sector, which is the main prominent pollution emission source. So with the festive season in sight, air pollution has already reached the poor category. As we can see, the AQI today at 4 p.m. stood at 233, which is already in the poor category. I would say the next few days will be really very critical since Diwali is here. And also the mid-October meteorological conditions will get worsened with the reduced temperature and the wind speed, which already get dropped down to 10 km per hour, which accumulate the pollutants to the ground and preventing the dispersion and pushing the air quality further to very poor and the severe categories.
Absolutely. Dr. Agarwal, do green crackers work, sir? Let's decode them. Do green crackers work, sir? Are they the mantra for a cleaner Diwali?
Not exactly, but basically you see the Supreme Court order, Honorable Supreme Court order, they allowed only 4 days. So only in that case, green crackers are basically giving the pollution 30% pollution. It is 30 to 40% pollution as per the NIVI technology, CSIR technology, but pollution will still there. You see, whole year we are having the pollution. All 45, 50 activities are there. So we have to stop something. Suppose we are using the green crackers even, then we stop transport. We stop transport. We stop something so that you can balance the environment, pollution environment, polluted environment.
Then how do you explain it to our viewers that it's not about that there is no pollution? The crackers are still polluting. It's like a car which is new, and then there is a car which is 5 years old, and there is a car which is 7 years old, but it's still polluting. The pollution will still be there. You can't say it's a clean Diwali.
You see that 70% pollution, generally we observe 70 to 80% pollution from the crackers. So now what they have done, they reduced it to 30% pollution, 30% pollutants which are coming out from green crackers. So I'm not saying that it should stop. So it is the Honorable Supreme Court order. I think a lot of research has been done and a lot of work has been done on that. 2017, the Supreme Court is dealing this matter. So I think we should welcome on this occasion of Deepavali. But still we have to say that instead of crackers, we should हमको दिया जलाना चाहिए. We should light. We should give. That is the most important.
नहीं, आपने तो सही बात बोली. दिवाली दियों का त्योहार था. दियों से वो आतिशबाजी का हो गया, और आतिशबाजी तो चीन से आई थी. But बहरहाल, that's a very different conversation. Madam Kandari, my question here is very, very simple. Is it about lack of education that the Diwali is not about crackers? It has become a big business in this country. The crackers themselves, there's a political economy of crackers. And lastly, Do you think is it really possible for us to de-addict ourselves from crackers and celebrate Diwali? Because Diwali and crackers is a modern phenomena. I mean, so it has somehow got so intertwined that even sitting representatives are saying that this verdict balances environmental responsibility and culture.
Karthikeya, I wouldn't, first of all, we have to keep, when we're talking about air pollution, it's not an environmental, it is a health issue. It's a very important public health. In fact, it's a public health emergency when we are living in the most
I agree with you. I agree with you, ma'am.
So, but it's tend to be. What you're saying is so correct, because the masses think it's an environmental issue because that's how it had emerged. Even all of us were, keeping it like that. So we have to kind of remember that, and that is why this is what reflects also in the courts and judiciary and various, other organizations, who are, supporting the data, etc. That here is a huge amount of damage that happens. It's okay. There's one damage that immediate, which we'll see the pediatric wards are full. All this data has been given to the courts. So and even cutting it short, the Supreme Court themselves in 2018 they noted that and specified that green crackers were being brought in conditionally. And only if they are enforced and they are brought in, the ban works well, it is going to be implemented. Otherwise, the ban would revert. And then subsequently, between 2018 and 2023, there were widespread failures, which we saw, through all the media reports and various research. There were, fake QR codes. There were no portable testing devices. There was no traceable, supply chains, etc. And which is happening even now. If you go to Sivakasi and question, and there are many documentaries are, even have shown this, the workers don't even know what is green crackers. So keeping all that illegal aspect of it aside. And now, for the, in 2023, the same Supreme Court has rejected. They've rejected an application from the firecracker manufacturer seeking permission to include.
Is it because of the fact that the people think is it because of the fact that the people think that because of the bad air is only about lungs, they don't understand it affects pregnant women?
I have to tell you something here. Where this started, where the cracker conversation started, from the schools. It was the most successful campaign which was actually brought in by the schools. My twin daughters are now going to be 22, and they never burned crackers because they went to, from the toddlers only, they were taught not to, do not burst crackers. You were making various, art and things throughout your life. And I know hundreds and thousands of children who have actually brought in and asked their parents that they will not burn crackers. So this is it. Advocacy can come from anywhere, but it has to be led by the leaders. It's like the head of the family. It's your governments, it's your leaders, political leaders. They are the head of the family. If they do the right things, people will follow. Now, an endeavor that was going on for 10 years, something which was, and logically, I'm not saying that hum bol rahe hai to sahi hai, wo nahi bol rahe to galat hai. This is all, like I said, I was putting it in record of the court saying that the highest court was saying this, was being shown the right things and was saying the right thing. Now, the government decides to do this. Believe me, all this damage is really, it's unfortunate that, they are the ones who will be, responsible for this. Whether it's in terms of public health, it's in terms of, what our
this is even secondary. What I was thinking was, Sunil, Diwali is around the corner. Who has manufactured the green crackers? Will the entire Delhi be sealed to ensure that there are no non-green crackers in Delhi?
Cannot be done.
So are we, Sunil, are we going to witness violation of the order of the Supreme Court? And who's going to regulate them? कौन ज़्यादा की चेक करेगा कि 8 से 10 के बीच में होगा?
We have seen this violation of the regulations over last few years, and today, believe me, I was speaking to a journalist, and this journalist comes up with a pack of firecrackers and says that this is what I got in the market today. The Supreme Court has only allowed the manufacturing, sale and bursting from 18th to 20th. How are these people getting crackers in the market today. So if the rules and regulations are not even being followed today, when the Supreme Court was hearing this issue, forget about this being implemented in the days to come. We have seen this happening over last few years. Other very important thing which is worthy to be noted is that it is not so. While we speak about firecrackers, we shouldn't forget that all these perennial sources of pollution, power plants, industries, transportation, waste, and construction sector, they never get mentioned, and we are always just talking about either the stubble burning or the firecrackers. Yes, we should regulate them. We should not let these things happen, but these are episodic events which contribute a very little amount to the overall annual pollution. But because their spike is so high that they lead to immediate health risk, immediate asthma, health visits, respiratory visits.
That is very important. That is
why we should focus on these things. But we should also utilize this moment to highlight that the inaction across other sectors is blatant. Is it like alcohol? Alcohol पियेंगे तो क्या होगा? ज़्यादा पियेंगे तो it'll just affect your liver without understanding that it can cause 50 types of cancer. The latest research. So air pollution है क्या? थोड़ा lungs choke हो जाएगा, but to next day it'll be fresh air. Is it lack of awareness that bad air can affect pregnant women, cause Alzheimer's, affect your heart, can lead to stroke? Create heart attacks. No. Wait a minute, Sunil. This question is to Sharanjit. Is that lack of awareness that the air pollution is very deadly? It's not only about breathlessness.
Yeah. Again, I agree that green crackers do reduce the emission to some extent, but it do release emissions into the atmosphere. And I agree that it doesn't matter what percentage of pollution is coming from. We need to cut pollution from every sources if we really care about the public health. Government has taken so many actions to reduce the air pollution, and its benefit has been seen across among other seasons apart from the winter, because winter weather conditions are really very hostile to reduce emissions. So serious, stronger measures are needed among all the sectors to reduce air pollution.
Comment from Dr. Agarwal. Dr. Agarwal, you have been part of the government. This is a question very specific to NCR in Delhi. What really you think needs to be done as form of a surgery to ensure that people have breathable air in NCR? Because it has its own geographical context.
You see, the Delhi terrain is very typical terrain. For more than 40 years, we have worked on it. We found that because of various sources, at a time you have to control the pollution at source. Then only, you see, a whole year we are having the Diwali, because we are getting the air quality, worst air quality from the transport side, from construction side, from many activities. So we have a control on 45 activities through state government, and we ask them to follow the NCAP procedure, National Clean Air Procedure, program, so that you can control at the source. So basically, you see, Deepavali is only for a short-term episodal pollution. Otherwise, even plus Deepavali, in the time we are having the Parali pollution, Parali burning pollution. So these are the basically together creating the havoc or panic into the public because of no visibility, because of low inversion temperature, and the pollutants are not dispersing out. That is the biggest problem in Delhi.
Thank you all of you. Thank you all of you for joining me on this conversation, because Diwali is a festival of light, and to make Diwali only about culture, I think we are not looking at the larger picture. And the larger picture is that bad air does not discriminate. It affects all of us together. So this was all I had on point 1. Don't go away, because after the break there is an on point 2, and on point 2 is about, though the ceasefire has been announced between Afghanistan and Pakistan, the tensions flared up. Why did they? After a short break.
Associate sponsor. Ever ready? Give me power. Give me red.
Alakazam face disappear. Moonlight.
seamless. Sliding systems from headache.
This is my tempo. The ultimate biking experience is incomplete without Servo 40 Extra from Indian Oil.